YouTube. So I've been getting some very interesting comments on my universal healthcare video. Here, let me show you the comment that this video is in response to.
Okay, Grovesy, I'll do as you asked. Here are the results of my search, one topic at a time. First, universal healthcare nightmare. To make this as good a comparison between the search strings as I can, I'm going to look at the very first website pulled up by the search and see what it tells me. The Intellectual Conservative. Looks like an article written by an attorney, and he closes with this statement. There is a tremendous amount of research and literature that shows the value of a market-driven healthcare system. It's less expensive, better care, and more humane. First, throughout the article, he doesn't reference one source for his information. Shame, shame, bad attorney. Also, if the capitalistic system we have now, or as he puts it, market-driven healthcare system, was actually less expensive, gave better care, and is more humane, then how come we're in this mess in the first place? If it's better, why are we going broke? If it's so great, then why does even he agree that it needs to be changed? This doesn't convince me that universal healthcare is a nightmare that needs to be stopped. Moving on, universal healthcare scares. Now this search pulled more personal opinions rather than facts. I don't use someone else's opinion to determine my own. I prefer to find out the facts, learn about the topic, and then form a decision. However, let's go see what the first site says. Politicalarticles.net. Interesting. This appears to be an article exposing Sean Hannity, where it is proven that his Fox show, entitled Universal Nightmare, was wrong because the facts he relied on were distortions and falsehoods to raise the specter of socialized medicine. This is exactly the point I'm trying to make. People are relying on false information to form their opinion, not facts. Alright, next search. Universal healthcare rationing. Okay, again, we have a lot of personal blogs here. Individual opinions that don't seem to speak to facts. Just mud throwing and fear mongering. The first website is commondreams.org. This appears to be an article from the Boston Globe, and in it, Robert Kuttner states, "It is hard to admit, but some form of rationing necessarily operates in every society. Here are some aspects of rationing, American style. Failing to ensure some 43 million Americans is a form of rationing. So it seems that the argument that universal health care is going to cause more extreme rationing than what we currently have here in the U.S. falls apart." Let's move on to the final request. Searching out universal health care waiting line. It appears that we are seeing both sides of the controversy here, although I don't think I'd let what a minority, only 4% of a group, sway my opinion on a subject. Now, if the other 96% had an opinion, I would definitely give that serious consideration. Let's go to the first website, thecronespeaks.wordpress.com. Here again is an individual's blog about the topic. However, there are references within the article that can be searched to fact-check what is being stated within the article, which I find reassuring. Lower down on the page is a list entitled Pick Your Myth, and lists out all sorts of myths being touted by people, and big corporations, afraid of universal health care. It's a very long list, and as stated in the article, every one of them has been refuted. By the way, if you want to read any of the full articles, each image has the address in the address bar. Feel free to check them out.
From what I've seen, there's nothing here that provides me with overwhelming evidence that universal health care is going to be the downfall of the United States. What I find so disappointing is that we citizens of the U.S. are so lacking in compassion, so inconsiderate of each other, and care so little about anyone outside of our own selves that we can't even agree to help take care of each other. I mean, we allow the government to spend millions of dollars to get people to buy a new car. At least $30 billion to one single corporation, AIG, to bail them out of debt, and billions of dollars to send our military overseas to kill people. But when it comes to taking care of each other, suddenly everyone is screaming that it's going to cost too much. They say they don't want their tax dollars spent taking care of the infant down the road that was born with asthma. But hell yeah, send the military over to Iraq and kill them Iraqis. Does anyone else see the problem with this mindset? It's time to stop being so afraid of change. Do some research. Learn about it. Don't just take somebody else's word for it. Find out for yourself. Remember, keep it positive.